Everyone, this video tutorial focuses on ConferZoom, on one particular feature of ConferZoom, which is the appointment booking feature. So to show you, I'm going to enter a class, and ConferZoom should appear on your menu bar. If it's not appearing on your menu bar, then just simply go to Settings, Navigation, and pull up that ConferZoom option. So go ahead and enter ConferZoom. As I said, this particular tutorial is only going to focus on the appointment booking feature. What the appointment booking feature is, it allows you to book a one-on-one appointment with your students. So you're going to basically offer a time block, and then the students will be able to go into their ConferZoom account on Canvas and reserve a block with you, or a time slot with you. So as you can see, once you go into the appointment booking feature, you're going to have a calendar that looks like this. So it's by week, and you can toggle forward or back on the weeks. As you can see in my calendar, I already have some appointment bookings that are happening. So first I'm going to show you how to create an appointment booking. Here next to my appointments, you're going to click on Offer Slots. This is going to pull up this menu, which you're going to select certain things so that this works for you. If you want it to be a weekly block, then you select that, daily or single. For this example, I'm going to select the single block. Make sure the time zone is correct, and then you're going to select the day. So for this example, I'm going to select next Thursday as my appointment booking day, and then you're going to tell what time you want it to start and end. So here I'm going to say I want it to start at 10 a.m. and I want it to end at 12 in the afternoon. Not a.m., p.m. There we go. Then the duration of each time slot is going to be 15 minutes. And I'm going to give myself a small 5-minute break in between appointments. Once you've filled out all the different fields, then you're going to click Save. Okay, so if I go over to next Thursday, there it is, 3:28. This is the time block that I just created. Now let's say you create a time block and you decide that you don't want that time block after all. You want to delete it. All you do is click on it, click on that block there on the message, and then it's going to ask you if you want to delete. Now, I've tried to edit, like let's say that this time block, I want to extend it till 12:30. I haven't found a way to edit the block. I have to delete the whole thing and then recreate it. So, okay, now I'm going to show you what this looks like for a student. So the student will have to be in your course. So this is one of my students' Canvas account. The student is going to go to ConferZoom. Once they're there, they're also going to click on appointment booking. Once they're in appointment booking, they're going to see the same type of calendar, but in this case, the student has no appointments because the student is in their personal appointments view. What they need to do is click on that arrow, toggle down to your name. Once they do that, they'll be able to see the appointments that are available. As you can see, they can see what's available, what's taken, and what is already passed. So to show you what the student will have to do, I'm going to go to this appointment here. Let's say I want to book it as a student. The student will click on it. They will insert their name and the purpose of the appointment. Then they're going to click Reserve Appointment. Once they do that, the color of the block changes and they will be able to see their upcoming appointment here on the left-hand side. Once the appointment date gets to the day, the student will then have a join button down here that will appear. All the student will do is click on the join button. You'll be ready on your end, and then you'll be able to see each other and communicate and discuss the student's grade in this case. So again, remember when I'm a student, I went to appointment bookings, I did have to toggle down to my name. Now, after the student makes the appointment though, they can leave ConferZoom. They can come back to ConferZoom. Let's say the appointment day is today. Go to appointment bookings. And now the student will see their appointment under my appointments because this is an appointment that they've created. Okay, they can always toggle down to the appointments that as a teacher I created, but they can see their appointment now that they've created. One other thing for students, if the student wants to cancel the appointment, all they need to do is find the appointment on the calendar, click on the block, then they do have a cancel appointment option, and they'll confirm that they want to cancel, and then it will be gone. It will be gone from their view, and on your view, it'll show that it's available for other students. I am back as a teacher in my course, Teacher View. I just want to give you a couple of other things that I've learned along the way. So once an appointment is booked, I can see the appointment here, and it also tells me that I do have an upcoming appointment. Again, remember that I am under the appointment booking tab, okay? So here I do have a prepare button. If I click on that button, I'll be able to prepare for that appointment if I'd like to. Once the appointment day and time gets closer, that prepare button is gonna change into either join or begin. I don't remember which of the two, but it'll turn into something else so that you can start the session. For the session, you as an instructor, you definitely want to be on your computer. The things that you'll need is a computer connected to the internet. A camera would be great. You do need a microphone for sure so that the student can hear you. What does the student need on their end? A lot of students will join these sessions on their phone, and that works fine because they do have a camera and they have a microphone. The reason it wouldn't work is if the student wants to share an assignment with you. I think on the phone it's going to be a little bit hard for them to share that information. So if the student needs to show you something, it's best if the student is on either a laptop or a desktop or maybe even a tablet. But for the most part, using their phone works fine. But again, it depends on what they want to discuss on their appointment. Another great thing that I've learned, it could be great or it could not be so great, I don't know, is that when I book my appointments, when I book my blocks here as a teacher, they appear in every single one of my Canvas courses. So let's say that I have 5 different classes this semester. I want to create appointment blocks for all of my students. I just do it once, and every single class will be able to see what appointments are available and which ones are taken. So that may or may not be a good feature. Another thing that I've learned is when this student here booked the appointment with me, I wasn't notified. So I didn't receive an email. I didn't receive anything showing that, hey, you have a student that's going to come on Saturday at 12:50 in the afternoon. So when you have appointment blocks that you've created, you want to make sure that you are, very aware of, did somebody book something or not, okay? But that's basically it. Again, this is appointment bookings on ConferZoom within Canvas. If you don't know how to use ConferZoom, then you need to watch the ConferZoom tutorial, and that will show you how to use just the basics of ConferZoom. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me.